back to my YouTube channel. I am Fatolu Grace Titilope of Grace Fashion House. Thanks for coming back to this channel. God bless you all. I really appreciate everyone. Please subscribe to my channel, share my video with your loved ones, like my video please, and don't forget to click on the notification bell anytime I upload a new video so that you'll be able to have access to it. Today I'll be teaching you how to cut this poncho shift dress with pocket, and I believe by the time I'll finish it you'll be able to cut it on your own. So let's get started. The length of the gown is 44 inches. 44 inches. And before that, I folded the clothes into four. That means I'll be cutting front and back together. I'll be cutting the front and the back of the dress together. I will also be cutting the sleeve together with it. So let's get started. I have 4 layers of the dress, of the fabric. This is for the front part, and this will serve as the back panel. The length of the gown will be 44 inches. This is my starting point. The length of the gown is 44 inches. 44 inches. And I will be adding 1 inch for seam allowance, making 45. The length of the gown is 44 inches. From the shoulder here to this place, we have 44. And I will be adding 1 inch for seam allowance. I told you it's going to be cut together with sleeve. I'll be cutting the sleeve together with the dress. The shoulder of the dress, I'll be using 7.5 inch. 7.5 inches for the shoulder of the dress. 7.5 inches. And I'll be adding another 7 inches. Let me add another 7.5 inches for the sleeve. 7.5 inches for shoulder. I added another 7.5 inches for the sleeve. Altogether here I have 15 inches. 15 inches is okay. She's a young girl. 15 inches. Now for the hand hole opening now, where her hand will be coming out from, I will use 8 inches. I will be using 8 inches for the hand opening. That is where her hand will be coming out from. I will join it to the end of the sleeve. I will come in by 1 inch for the shoulder sleeve. 1 inch for the shoulder sleeve. Our half length is 13 inches. 13.5 inches. 13.5 inches. Our hip measurements from that waistline, I will come in by 8 inches. So on the waistline, that is exactly where I will be inserting our waist measurements. Our waist measurement is 29 inches. 29 inches. I will divide that 29 inches by I will divide our waist measurement, which is 28.5 by 4. I will have 7.25 here. 7.25. I will be adding 2 inches for free allowance because it's not going to be a fitted gown. So I will add 2 inches and another 1 inch for seam allowance. Altogether, I will be adding 3 inches to our waist measurement. 3 inches to our waist measurement. Waist measurement 7.25, 7.5. I added 2 inches because it's a free gown, not other fitted. Then for my seam allowance, I'll be adding 1 inch. Altogether, I added 3 inches. Our hip measurement is 32. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8 inches. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8 inches. I will add another 2 inches and also 1 inch for seam allowance. Altogether, I added 3 inches. I will join the lines together now. The length of the gown is 44 inches, and I added extra 1 inch for seam allowance. Now, hip measurement that we measure here is 32 inches divided by 4 will give me 8 inches. I will also add the 3 inches I added at the upper part. Now, I will connect the lines together. I will connect the lines together from the hip, from the hem of the gown down to the hip area. Remember, this is where the 45, we have the 44 inches. This is the extra 1 inch I added for seam allowance. Now, remember I told you I measured 8 inches for hand opening, where her hand will be coming out from. This is that 8 inches. From there now, I will curve it to the waist line. I will curve it down to the waist line. I will also do the same thing to the hip line. I'll cut it a little bit. But from the hip line down to the end of the fabric, where the length of the girl hands, I'll be drawing a straight line. Once again, from the hand opening here, I curve it down to our waistline. From our waistline, I curve it again to the hip line. And right from hip line, I mark the line straight down to the end of the fabric. I'll be using 3.5 inches for the neck width. The neck width, I'll be using 3.5 inches. I will be using 3 inches for the neck depth also. Points. From here, I will mark 3 inches for the depth of the gown. I will connect the lines together. It's a round. From here, I'll be marking 4 inches because there's going to be slits at the front of the gown. Only at the front panel, only at the front side. I will not be having the slit at the back. So that is it. Let's cut it out. Oh, before we cut it out, I told you the clothes will be having pockets. From the hip line, I will come in by 2 inches. I will come in by 2 inches. That is where I will be having my pockets. And from the hip line, I will come in by 2 inches before I insert the pockets. Now, from the beginning here, I will mark 2 inches. This is at the point of these 2 inches. That is where the pocket will start from. And the length of the pocket, I want to make it to be 11 inches. 11 inches. That means from the beginning here, 2 inches below the hip line, I'll be marking 11 inches. After the hip line, I will come down by 2 inches. That is when I will now mark that 11 inches for the pocket. And I will come up by 2 inches. I will mark that 2 inches down to where I have the 11 inches. This is where I have the 11 inches. This is where the pocket is going to start from. I will start joining from here. Now, let me check what I have left. I have 9 inches left. So that means from here to here. That is where I will be putting the pocket. It's going to be just one. Let's cut it out. So this area is for the pocket. This is the hip line. From the neckline here, I'll connect it to the shoulder strap of 1 inch. Shoulder slope down to the neckline. At this point, I want to separate the back from the front because of the slits. Anyway, I'm using 3 inches for both front and the back neckline. I'm using 3 inches for both front and back neckline. And because of the 4 inches slit I'll be having at the front of the fabric of the dress, I have to remove the front from the back. And before I do that, I want to show you how I'm going to have the turn up. It's going to have turn up. So how am I going to do that? I'll be using this separate material for the turn up of the sleeve. On fold is going to be 1.5 inches. So this is exactly how I'm going to cut it out. I want to cut it out so that by the time I'm sewing it, I will just add it to it. On fold, I'll be using 1.5 inches for the turn up. By the time I'm sewing it, I will show you how I'm going to do it. I will cut out 2 for the sleeve, 1 for the right side and another 1 for the other side. This is the material I'll be using for the pockets. So I'll be folding in 1/2 inch. I'll fold in 1 inch if I'm going to sew. I'll fold it in like this. Also here, I'm going to fold 1/2 inch. I will do the same thing here and also here. Instead of measuring 11 inches, I measure 12 inches because of what I'll be using to fold it. And here also, instead of measuring 9 inches, I measure 10. So let's go to the sewing table. From 2 inches below below the hip line, I'll be joining the pocket. I told you we have to fold it in. That is what I'm doing. I fold it in and I'm joining. Fold it in and join. I want to make casing for the rope. This is the back side of the clothes. From the shoulder to the half length, I mean the waist. I drew a line from the beginning of the dress down to the end of the back side of the clothes. Now I want to make casing for the rope. Watch the way I'm doing it. I'm following the line that I drew. One and a half inches or 2 inches is okay for the casing. After sewing like this, you pull it. You pull the rope. I've sewn casing for the front part too, but that of the front is going to be halfway, not throughout the length of the dress. It's going to be half, but the one for the back is from the beginning to the end of the waist line. I will sew down the 1 inch allowance that will let for seam allowance at the side. I will pull the rope down. You will now sew the rope together with the cloth. With the 1 inch seam allowance. When you want to sew this side at the waistline, you put the rope aside. Mind you are going to whip all these rough edges. We are finished sewing to the down part of the dress. I've done the turn off for this side. So I'll be teaching you now how to do it on the other side. You turn the dress to the wrong side like this. That is the sleeve area where the hand will come out from. Turn it to the left side. Now this is what I'll be using for the turn up. This is what I'll be using. You place it like this on the wrong side, the right side of the dress of the material you'll be using. You put it on the left side like this. You fold it into two. You place it on the left side, then you join. You sew round to the end of the sleeve. Don't forget, you have to weave the cloth, the rough edges, all the rough edges, you have to weave it. To the end of the sleeve. After sewing it down to the end of the sleeve, this is what we have. Look at it. You place the material we are using for the turn up on the left side of the clothes. We sew it down from the beginning to the end of the sleeve. Then we bring it out like this to the right side. You iron it. You give it a very good press. This is how to do it. Look at it. It's as simple as that. Then you turn it to the other side. I've turned it to the other side. I've done it. Don't forget to remove all the rough edges. So now after sewing the turn up, this is what we have. This is what we have. Look at it. This is the other side. Look at it. And remember, we slit the front part. All we need to do now is to give it a nice press, to iron it very, very well. We need to iron it. This is the rope we have at the side. The rope will be at the opposite side of the pockets. Look at it. We have the rope here, and the pockets will be at the opposite side. So this is the end of this poncho shift dress. Thanks for watching today's episode of our teaching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, watch, share my video with your loved ones, friends, please like. By doing so, you are helping me to grow. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Grace Fashion House Case. Thanks so much, and always give me a thumbs up. I love you all. See you in my next video. Bye.